And this is the back end pod class, where we teach you all the back ends of business, life, finances, and success that will allow for you to take your family, finances, business, spirituality, whatever, to the next level. Um, Something that's important, and I do want to bring it up on Instagram. Something that's important that I do want to bring it up, and I'm going to go ahead and look it up on Instagram. And I'm actually going to look it up here on Instagram. Is what I said the other day. Yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be important for us to talk about this. So today we're going to be talking about the three things that you need to master to survive this recession. And I 1000% believe, I 1000% believe that my IG is messing up for some reason. Hold on, y'all. My IG is messing up, man. This is a live show. Give me a second. Gee whiz. I hate when people call me on the show. It messes up my freaking it messes up my page. Three things you need to master, comma, to survive this recession. What's up, y'all? Y'all ain't with me. Sister Victoria called my freaking phone while I'm in the middle of a class. Come on. What's going on, YouTube? Peace, family. Dante said, "What's up, Dr. Jake?" Ivana said, "Hello, cousin." What's going on, Junie? Good afternoon, fam. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, listen. So we're going to talk about the three things that you need to master to survive this recession, as well as really any recession um, that is out there. And I actually want to start with Marticia Lee said, "Blessings, family." Melinda M said, "Blessings, family." Meridia, Meridia, I feel like that's Meridia. She said, "What's up, Jake?" On YouTube. So what's up? What's up? So listen, appreciate y'all chiming in. So when it comes to the three things you need to master to survive this recession, I think it's absolutely critical, and I think it's absolutely important for us to think about things that matter. And I actually want to start with a scripture. Money Jones on IG said, "What's up, Jake?" So, bro, listen, Mauricia. Oh, yep. That TIA, I didn't see that, Mauricia. That yeah, I didn't see that. Um, uh, inspired all said, "What's up?" On IG. What's up? So y'all, let me get into the class. Y'all gonna hear me saying "What's up" the whole time. I just be lit to talk to y'all. Um, Infinite assets. Oh, you sound like you've been getting coaching from Dr. Jake. So, all right. So listen. I want to start with a scripture, and y'all know I'm extra this way, but it's okay. I don't care what you think. I'm still going to show y'all some of this. I'm gonna start with a scripture. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me show a window, Chrome. I'm gonna start with this scripture. And on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, y'all should be able to see this scripture. It's actually Proverbs 4:7. And it says, "Wisdom is the principal thing." Okay. Which means that wisdom is the basis from which all of us should try to master something. Wisdom is that principal thing. Therefore, then it says in scripture, "Therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting of wisdom, you will get an understanding." So a lot of people use this scripture, Proverbs 7. They say, "In all thy getting, get an understanding." But they miss the first portion. The first portion of "in all thy getting, get an understanding." The first portion of that y'all, is the getting part. And this is the piece that so many people actually miss. And it says, in all thy getting, get understanding. What was the first portion of scripture? How does this relate to the recession? How does this relate to us actually getting our businesses and putting ourselves in a position so that we don't have to depend on the government or anything like that to provide service or money for us? Well, remember, in the scripture, it says wisdom is the principal thing. So for something to be the principal thing, what does that mean, y'all? It's the first, y'all. Y'all know I like to show y'all. I like to share my screen with y'all on YouTube so I can show y'all, because this is class and I'm teaching y'all something. Okay, this is not a podcast. This is pod class. So remember, the principal thing is first in order of importance, the main thing. So in scripture, when it is telling us that in all thy getting, when it says wisdom is the main thing, remember, we got to replace the word that we're looking at so that we can focus on what it's actually saying. So we're going to replace this word. Actually going to replace this word. We're going to go back here. And by definition, the principle means main thing. So we're going to place this with main thing, okay? We're going to replace this with main thing. What's up, Marlon? It says wisdom is the main thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting of wisdom, you will get an understanding. And I want to come here because there is a separator between knowledge and wisdom. Jake, why are we even talking about this in today's podcast, especially when it comes to the recession conversation? Because a lot of you are reactionary and just doing what people are saying, and you're not getting an understanding. And when you lack an understanding, you do not know how to stop falling into the enemy's snare or troubles that are coming your way when it comes to your stance in business as well as financial solvency. Y'all know I like to use bigger words to stretch your vocabulary. Solvency, which means stability, almost like you're financially well. So depending your financial wellness or how strong you are financially is going to depend on how well you understand what exactly that you do in your business that can sustain you, or your career that can sustain you financially, because you know exactly how to execute it. Now, let me tell y'all something. A lot of us know, let me stop sharing the screen so y'all can look at me real quick. A lot of us know how to do our job, but many of us don't know how to run our job. And all of this is absolutely critical to the success of your business. Let me tell you something. Everybody always tells you to outsource everything in a prime, financially solvent or financially well company. That makes sense. But when you have to cut down, shrink because of the market, shrink because of the recession, shrink because of a pandemic, and you have not mastered certain skill sets that allow for you to do your job, and you've outsourced all this information because you don't want to learn how to do your job. When something like a recession comes up, everybody that lacks the real skills to succeed in business, or the skill sets that can allow for them to be able to survive and thrive on a minimum budget, most of those people end up worse than they started in the first place, because they just wanted the quick fix, right? These people that teach you, hey, listen, and I got friends that do it. I'm not talking about their business specifically. I'm talking about the industry. Hey, I can show you how to make $10,000 or $5,000 or $2,000 in 2 weeks. Yeah, you learned how to do it in 2 weeks, but you didn't master the skill sets to understand why you're doing it. Person number one, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, because Dr. Jake is actually teaching today. We in class today. So in scripture, family. Yeah. I'm taking you to this scripture. Y'all finna get this scripture. So in scripture, it said that wisdom is the main thing. Well, what is wisdom? Wisdom is defined as the process of mastering knowledge through application. It is the process of mastering knowledge through application. Now watch this. A lot of y'all believe that because you learn something through education, you learn something through YouTube, you learn something through reading a book, that is not understanding. See, there were certain things that my mentor taught me that my ego wouldn't let me learn the understanding because I felt like I could just do what he did. But because I didn't know why he did what he did, it was hard for me to duplicate him when I left him. And time had to show me, application and experience in failing had to show me what he meant, and I gained an understanding as to why he made me do the certain things that he did. It's like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Nobody wants to learn the wax on, wax off concept. Nobody wants to learn the wax on, wax off of business, the wax on, the wax off of skill sets, the wax on, the wax off of financial wellness. We want to get to all the tricks. And tricks and kicks work until life happens. Tricks and kicks work until problems like the recession happens. Tricks and kicks work until you meet somebody who has mastered the main thing. Y'all say, God daggone Dr. Jake, every time you teach business, why you got to be bringing scripture? Because I want you to get some understanding. So in scripture, it says, seek wisdom first. That's what it said. It said wisdom is your main thing. So all of us are trying to learn the quick 10-step process, 7 quick steps. What's the summary of it all? What's the quickness of it all? We all trying to learn the quick step to getting paid or getting money, and you never master the why. You never get understanding, which is why, have y'all not noticed? Let me ask y'all a question. Can I ask y'all a quick question? Please, 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 please. Let me ask y'all a quick question. That's right. Michelle on YouTube said, God daggone Jake, there are so many different layers. It's like layers and layers. Yeah. Have y'all ever asked y'all this question? Have y'all ever wondered why online, although there are coaches that do a great job of getting people results, but have y'all not noticed there are very few coaches whose clients actually do better than them? Uh-oh. Have y'all not noticed that? Online, when you go through these programs and courses, you may get results, but have you not noticed that a lot of those customers and clients that get those results never outperform their coach who taught them? And the reason why these coaches can get their clients and students results, but their students and clients are not outperforming them, is one thing. Y'all know what that one thing is? Understanding. See, I can teach you how to duplicate me, but if I can't teach you how to think like me, you will never get the results that you're coming to me to get. Have y'all not noticed? Have y'all not noticed? The mentors seem to always be on top, and nothing wrong with that. But the problem is when you're going to these mentorship programs, services, courses, or you're learning a new trade, a skill set, or business, a lot of us are just trying to learn enough to make money, not enough to master, not enough to get understanding. And in scripture, the reason why a lot of us are edging ourselves out of our own overflow and blessing is because we're going against scripture. You said, the scripture said, in all that I get an understanding. No, it did not. It said in scripture, what it said was, wisdom is the main thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And when you get wisdom, you will get understanding. And so when I'm learning a process, just for the result and not for understanding, God can't give me the overflow that I think that I deserve. Yeah. Oh, y'all didn't think that all this wealth talk had a lot to do with spirituality? Y'all thought that when I teach y'all banking and overflow, I'm just teaching y'all the concept. That's why I spend more time getting you to get the understanding of why something exists, so that when you understand the why, you can always produce the how. But if you know how, you can never produce the why if you don't know why. Yeah. Michelle said, Dr. Jake, you speak from a level of experience and wisdom. To have wisdom, it takes patience. It don't just happen overnight. And this is why I teach all of y'all. Dr. Jake can never teach you how to make $1 million in a month or in a year. But I can teach you how to be a millionaire for the rest of your life. Dr. Jake's strategies are a little bit slow. But in scripture it says, Proverbs 13:11, wealth gained hastily. Hastily means fast. You lose it just as fast. But wealth gathered little by little grows over time. Why? Because you're allowing for experience. You're allowing for time to get you to get some understanding. So that's why I tell people all the time, listen, stop going to your mentors and asking them for the how. You can find how all over YouTube. That's what y'all say. But you can't get the why unless you can tap into that mentor's experiences, which come more in stories than they do how to. That's why Christ spoke in stories. Oh, they ready for this?
Hey, doctor, you in here teaching.
Well,
I was down there in the office, man. I heard you down here. Your son, doctor.
I'm in my bed. You think they ready for this?
Hey, take it easy on them. They might not be all the way ready for it, doctor.
Oh, there go my lawyer on here, Mr. Make It Go Away. So listen. So a lot of us are so quick to the how to that we never learn the why to. Why does this exist? Why is this here? Why is the structure here? Why does it function like this? Why is the system like this? When you understand the why, you can produce the how like clockwork. ATL Bodywork said, Kayla said, I'm so grateful to finally start truly understanding. You are on fire.
Tell Kayla, calm down over there, because we had a conversation this week.
So what I want us to anchor in, I understand your mentor just say, copy this and do that. If you just copy my skill set, don't think, just copy it and then go. Yes, it is quicker to do that. But scripture says, wealth gained fast, you lose it just as fast. Why? Because you copied and pasted your life, your way to success. So when life and trying times happen, you can't recreate because you copied and pasted. So we got a lot of copycat millionaires in copycat industries doing copycat trends with copycat models, with copycat structures, with copycat systems, and the copycats don't learn the why, and that's why so many people scared during this recession. I put a post online and I said, well, I'm scared during this recession too. Y'all know Dr. Jake just lying. That's a little bit of a troll. Y'all got to know when I'm trolling and when I'm rolling. Melinda said, I love the scriptures in your foundation because that wisdom is what we need to apply everything to. Y'all got to understand what these copycat models do. The highest form of godliness is creativity, creation. When I understand why something flows, I like what Dante said there. He said, you can't pivot if you don't understand the back end. He said you can't pivot unless you understand the back end. And y'all, that's what we teach. We're teaching you the importance of the back end. That's what's most important. So the first thing that you need to understand when it comes to surviving this recession is cash creation. The first thing that you need to understand when it comes to this recession is the importance of cash creation. Iggy, I'm using your favorite color. It's the importance of cash creation. But guess what? You cannot cash create if you don't know why. People say you need a why that make you cry. I said that's a lie. Y'all, they say that all the time. You need a why that can make you cry. I'll be like, you a lie? You don't need a why that can make you cry. I just need a why to get understanding. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they're saying a why to make you cry is because it makes you anchor down to understand how something works. One of our clients, and we working on a partnership. His name is Marlon. He and his wife run a dispensary in Oklahoma, and the brother already produce well in 7 figures when it comes to their business. But the biggest thing trying to get them to understand and invest time in, and they've invested a lot of money to understand this. When you don't understand the why of your business, why do things tick? Why did you blow up? Why did the market accept you? Why did this? You will begin to think that you are the standard when you was really an exception. God damn, I'm teaching. So that's why so many people online think that they are better than what they are. So when you are an exception and try to make your exception the standard, then we try to go and create programs that really were a once in a lifetime opportunity. You can't duplicate that. Which is why a lot of our mentors that we look up to that create programs don't create people that do better than them. Because they're teaching an exception as the standard. You didn't understand why. And because you don't want to understand why, you're learning their skill sets. You're learning their skill sets that they give you as the standard of business. And that's why your business is not excelling, because you are going against Scripture. Scripture says that your main focus is the main thing is wisdom. Wisdom is the application of what? Knowledge. What is knowledge? The definition of knowledge. We're going to go to the definition of knowledge. The definition of knowledge is the process of acquiring a skill through education. That's the definition of knowledge. Y'all on my YouTube, y'all getting the full pod class right. Y'all getting the screen shares. Y'all getting the board. IG on here, they jealous because all they get is me. All I need is you. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Namaya said, I love you. I love you all. We love you too. Are y'all understanding what I'm telling you? Y'all understand? Y'all kind of getting the understanding of what I mean by that, right? Stop what you're doing. If you're on YouTube right now, like this video. When you like it, it does something with the algorithms or something that make people want to watch it. So just like it where you at right now. Stop and like it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel right now and share it out to somebody that needs to hear this message today. Y'all, I'm getting good, ain't that? Ain't it? Yeah. So back to this. So the reason why so many people struggle in business is because you're not following Scripture. Scripture said to what? It said that wisdom is the main thing. Strive to get wisdom. How do you get wisdom? Through the application of knowledge. What's the definition of knowledge? Knowledge is defined as the process of acquiring a skill through education. So if I'm not educating myself to learn a skill, to apply the skill, to gain wisdom, there's no way that God can give me wealth and help me get through a recession because I'm trying to skip the steps. Most of us are not trying to get a skill. You're just trying to get cash flow. You're not trying to learn no skill. You're just trying to make some paper. You're just trying to go on vacation. You're not trying to get a skill. You just trying to go get that necklace. You just trying to go get that car. You just trying to get some extra money so you can go get that baddie that you cannot afford because she expensive, big fella. Y'all say, listen, this is how I know when people come up to me, they be like, hey, big dog, like, how can we make bread together? I got 10 G's right now. Hey, big bro. Hey, bro, yeah, I'm recording on my YouTube. They be like, hey, bro, like, shit, I got 30,000 right now. How can we flip that? Brother, I can't help you. I can't help you, big dog. I can't help you. And that's why when I tell y'all, don't borrow money from the bank. You want me to tell you why? Because I know that you are not practicing scripture. I know you're not learning a skill set. Y'all be like, Jake, but I can go get money from the bank. I got great credit. They'll give me $100,000 and then I can do my business. To do what? How? Well, you know, they saying, shoot, I can go get me a Toro business real quick. They just gonna give me the system. I could just plug it in and play. Okay. Then when life hits you, like business does, when life hits you, like business does, you done been a robot so much, you don't even know how to maneuver when shit hit the fan. So this is, just in case y'all didn't know, this is why I tell y'all don't borrow money from the bank. Not because leveraging isn't there, not because you don't know how to borrow against your asset and keep your risk low, because the 90% of us don't have the capabilities based on scripture to multiply anything. So why would I incur debt and act like that debt is going to fix the fact that I still don't know what the hell I'm doing? But y'all want God to bless mess. And be scared when stuff happens. Scripture, you should consider it joy to go through trials and tribulation. A recession is a trial and tribulation that should elevate you more. But if I don't have the why in the skill set that I mastered, that's why I'm struggling. All these entrepreneurs, y'all selling ebooks and all this shit. What's the skill you got? Because your skills will pay the bills. Person number one. Didn't I give y'all that scripture? Question number one, if I'm showing y'all proof in scripture, main thing, wisdom is the main thing. In all thy getting, which is wisdom, get an understanding. It don't say in all thy getting, get an understanding. That don't make sense. In all that getting of wisdom, get an understanding. You can have knowledge all day. A lot of y'all got knowledge to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but you will never gain wisdom because you're not applying anything. You have to apply it to gain the wisdom. You have to put it to work to gain the wisdom. Y'all be like, well, Jake, if I take this skill and I take your program and I do learn this skill, how soon can I get my money back? You ain't getting it. You're not understanding. You don't get it. Learning a skill has an infinite return. We're going to go over skills in a second. But if you do not know the why, which is the first step of hedging any, I was wondering why that freaking thing was doing that highlighter. Understanding, this is number one. This is the first step. Cash creation. If you do not have a skill set to print cash from thin air, you are not going to be able to maneuver any trying time. Any trying time. It's going to be hard for you to maneuver any trying time if you do not have a skill. What are some applicable skills that one could have in order for them to always be in a position of success? The more skills you have, the stronger you will be able to pivot during any time in history, any time in trying times. So let's go to them. First skill. What's the first skill, Iggy? From the board.
Oh, Facebook.
First skill. Media buyer. You may say, Jake. You may say, Jake. What do you mean by media buyer? Media buyer, you can master influencer training. Influencer advertisement. You can Facebook advertisement, YouTube advertisement. What's one more?
TikTok.
TikTok advertisement. Let's say thick. TikTok advertisement. What's another advertisement? Google SEO. This is media buying. Those are skill sets that you can master. That's a skill set that you can. Those are skill sets you can master. The more of these you can master, the more stable you will be in any market. My sister, my one of the internet cousins, Namaya said, wait. Kayla said, what she say? She said, "You're so damn official, Dr. Jake. I appreciate you so much." Namaya is giving some of those skill sets in there. But day trading, if y'all notice, for people that talk about trading, if y'all notice, the majority of traders, have some type of day job. And what I mean by day job is they create a community, they sell a product, they educate, they're educating courses. Why? Because with every business, you still need a skill set. Nehemiah, is it Naima? I like that. Okay. So with you still need a way to create cash. Trading money, media buying, Facebook advertisement, none of those ways are cash creation strategies. Those are cash multipliers. Those are cash multipliers. This is why you see so many people that do day trading, stock trading, all those other things. They typically either they create some type of product that they can sell, or B, they manage people's money as a job, and they get paid. And from that money that they get paid, which is their service, it's their skill set. Money management is a skill set. You can get paid to manage other people's money. So when they get paid as a money manager, they use that cash flow that they made to make investments for their own day trading. So day trading is a money multiplier. It is not a cash creation. Person number one, if y'all understand the distinction that I just made. That's why the best day traders are the ones that can be able to survive outside of the money that they're trading, which makes them better traders. What's another cash creation? Sales. Selling someone else's product, having the ability to communicate. I see so many people, they talk about, man, I want to be a motivational speaker. Motivational speaker of what? Sales. Inside this skill set, you can sell for others. What's another shit? That's That's probably, I mean, that's the biggest money creation. If you have the ability to sell, you have no product, you have no money, but you have an opportunity to sell someone else's stuff. That's a great skill set. It's a cash creation. You can literally have no money today, learn a skill set of selling, which is nothing but middleman. If you're a salesman, you learn how to master the art of being a middleman. You pick a specialty and you go all the way in. I prefer insurance, me personally. But this podcast today is not about being biased. It's about giving y'all information that you can use. Ignacio, I need the other ones.
Copyright, email automation. Copyright is first one.
Copywriting is a cash creation. You say, Jake, what about copywriting? Have y'all ever seen emails that go out, email automation? Email automation, being a writer for other people, writing people's books, being ghostwriters, writing articles for people, writing out all of the descriptions and product explanations of other people's products and services. The list goes on and on of the available markets of being a writer. Y'all believe that writing is just something that you write in poems and stories. Have y'all ever read a paper and that paper made you want to go and purchase something? That's what you call a copywriter. Somebody that writes sales on copy, which is like paper, copy, and they get you to want to purchase something. That's a skill set. Now, if y'all have not noticed, all of these skill sets you need as an entrepreneur, right? What's the other one? Oh, product development. Learning how to curate a product, reinvent a product, reimagine a product, redevelop a product, launch a product, relaunch a product, counsel out a product. See, these are skill sets. Everybody just want to sell products. And we wonder why the majority of our businesses continue to fail. Like watch this. Imagine learning how to run a business, not understanding why, but wanting your children to take a business that you don't know how to explain. Wanting your children to pick up these skill sets that you don't know how to explain. So explain that. So if you don't have a skill set mastered, how are you going to survive a recession? Because if I got skill sets, right? So if I needed to make capital to survive a recession, I could do stuff for people for cheap. I can do it for more expensive. I can make it limited. I can make it plentiful. I can help you here. I can go here. There are so many different ways that I can be able to create cash for myself that will allow for me to start the process of never having to depend on anyone else or a perfect market to survive any recession. Another one, Iggy. Already did that. Let's say system automation. System automation. Y'all may say, Jake, I don't know funnels. I don't know those words. I don't know. You know what's scary to me? What's scary to me, put your contacts on, Ignacio. What's scary to me, Omar said, yep, I had to. Oh, let me put that on the screen. Omar said, yep, I used 2020. I'll use 2020 to learn Forex, but my day job is EKG tech. Yes, that's her skill set. There you go. So it's funny to me how many people say that they want to be a successful businessman or entrepreneur, but nobody wants to learn the languages and the skill sets that are required to be an entrepreneur. It's literally the craziest thing to me. Or we have so much ego, we don't want to partner with anybody. And you don't want to learn the skills. Something got to give. And please, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all a small little thing I used to do, and I still do. And my team know I do this. Y'all ready? I'm going to tell y'all this real quick. I used to tell my team all the time a bunch of stuff that I couldn't do. Man, I don't know how to do that, bro. It's funny because I remember telling my team I didn't know how to edit videos. And this is a story. This is a story that is going to make a lot of y'all laugh. I used to tell my team I didn't know how to make videos just to see if they could make videos. Because what my team doesn't know, I was the one who used to edit, mix, and master people's basketball highlight videos in college. I knew how to splice, edit, blend, transition. Now, all the technical products and projects and all that stuff, yeah, it'll take me some time to learn. But the concept of editing a video, I know how to do. So it was easy for me to act like I didn't know, but challenge people because I knew what I was doing. It's harder to take advantage of somebody that knows the basic skill sets that are required to run any business. A skill set. Social media traffic. So let's talk about system automation and social media traffic. Everybody complains about what they don't know about technology, and software is just so much, and there's so much for you to pick up and for you to learn. So much for you to pick up and learn. Like, what are you in a rush for? I'm just trying to hurry up and get out of my situation. You didn't think about that when you was hurrying up and making all the mistakes that got you into the situation you in. Why weren't you trying to hurry up and make the right decisions before you got to this point? Technology, system automation, how to make your emails connect with your list and how to make your list connect to that. Yes, it's going to take you some time to master, but you can start getting wisdom by putting what you learn to work. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now watch this. Watch this. Just because you have wisdom for something doesn't mean that you mastered it. Mastery takes time, years, a bunch of database of examples and experiences and moments. All of us are on a journey of mastering. Even when you mastered, you haven't mastered it all. So none of us actually master anything. But we gain more wisdom that allows for us to have some mastery in certain areas. But we're not masters at anything. So when I see people talk about, Jake, man, system automation, man, I got to learn all that stuff, man. It's just overwhelming. Yes, it's overwhelming to you. Everything is overwhelming until it's not. But when you're trying to learn something just to do something, and you're not learning it to get an understanding, of course it's going to feel overwhelming, because you're just trying to pile information on top of you to just all of a sudden Houdini you to $1 million a year. If I take this understanding and I get some understanding of this new knowledge, which is a skill, and I start putting it to practice, and I start putting it to work, I get understanding on why this works the way that it does. So a lot of y'all be like, man, Jake, I'm just so scared to fail. But you don't realize that you failing is the only way that you can learn if this strategy works or not. So without failure, there will be no success. And without success, you cannot be able to measure from a failure. So in order for you to actually get on the road to mastery of levels, you must have failed it to know what not to do versus what to do. So when people say, Jake, after I learn this skill, how soon will I make money? That's in comparison to what level? In comparison to who? If I learn this skill, can I make $5,000 or $10,000? That'll help me during a recession. If you're going to be affected by this recession and it's already started to affect you, here's the truth. 9 times out of 10, this recession is going to affect you. All we can do right now is just stop the bleeding, because preparing for this recession was 2 or 3 years prior to this recession. So the only thing you can do now is learn the jewels that you're inside of this recession to make sure that you don't have to struggle during any other recession or any other times moving forward like this. So the biggest point that I'm making to you, as we're talking about what you must master to overcome, this any recession, is to understand the power of cash creation. If you're really good at developing products and systems and operations, whatever, you could be selling products, development systems, or whatever to people who are ready to take advantage during this time. So those are just skill sets. Skill sets help you create cash flow that does not exist. Money is neither created nor destroyed. It is transferred. We do not create or destroy money. We transfer it. That's what we do. So how can I get someone to transfer their money to me? I must have a skill that they desire. I must have a skill that they desire. And I'm going to use that skill to propel myself to the next phase. So the first phase of surviving this recession is if you do have a cash creation skill. Increase production and work. The concept of working hard was never supposed to be for a long period of time. The concept of working hard was never supposed to be for a long period of time. So when you pick up the skill set, some of y'all say, Jake, but you always talk about find your gift. Your gift can be introduced into a skill set. Your gift alone is not a skill set. Your gift must be infused into a skill set in order for it to be enacted to be able to make money in society. For an example, your gift, y'all gotta understand what gifting is, right? Gifting is something that God gives you that you're supposed to use to bless and move humanity forward. That's your gift, right? So if it is something given by God, that means this gifting must be timeless. Do y'all got it? If you have the ability and you have a gift given to you by God, the gift that he gives you is a timeless gift because that gift would have to be able to be used transferably through any era or generation. So somebody's like, man, I got the gift of coding. I know how to code. God gifted me with the gift of coding. Well, if God gifted you with a gift of coding, that means that if you were created in the 1900s, that means that you will be considered invaluable. So do you think that God would take the time to recreate an entirely, like God doesn't know what, like a man creates certain things. So God, so God is never going to give you a gift that will time out depending on the time frame. He's never going to do that. So your gift is a timeless thing. So for an example, say you are a people person. You're 100%, you just have a gift of reading people. Isn't that gift something that can be used in any era in the world? The answer is yes. Isn't that gift something that can be used in any country in the world? The answer is yes. So how can I use the gift of reading people to make currency? Very simple. I got the gift to read people. Now, how can I attach this gift to a skill? See, your skill is like the vehicle, driving your gift to its destination. God daggone it. See, your gift is like a vehicle that is driving. I mean, it's not a vehicle. Your gift is the reason you're created that's going inside the vehicle that's going to take you to wherever your destination is. So your skill is what your gift cocoons itself around. So yes, your skill sets that you learn, you must apply your gift to it. So if I got a gift of reading people and I'm learning these skill sets, my gift is I can read people. So if I'm going to learn media buying, I got to use my gift of reading people. I got to use my gift of reading people to better help me understand media buying. I got to use my gift of reading people to better understand sales and communication to get the offer to the client. I got to use my gift of reading people to understand how am I supposed to convey a message when I'm copywriting certain words on this screen to make people want to purchase something. I got to use my gift of reading people to know if they actually are liking the information I'm sharing through email that wants them to write something. I got to use my gift of reading people to create products that they actually want that can actually move humanity forward and my paycheck and my bank account up. So do y'all see how this gift can attach itself to any skill? Y'all got that? Y'all got that? So your gift gets inserted. That's why you find love in mastering skills. Because scripture said wisdom is the main thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And all thy getting of wisdom, get understanding. Knowledge is defined as the process of acquiring a skill through education. So when people be like, man, you know, I don't really like people. I'm just really good at finding errors in things. Some people are gifted at finding errors in things. So let's go red. If you're gifted at finding errors in things, like you just don't know why, you just always see when something's a lie, or you always see when something's broken, and people typically make you think that it's bad. Because any gift that you have that is not being fulfilled to God's purpose will be used to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy God's will. If your gift is not being used for God's purpose, it will be used to destroy God's will. Try to destroy God's will. So if you don't assign your gift to a skill that is learning, you don't put your gift to work, your gift will work against you. So if you have a gift of finding problems, okay, this gift is something that could be in anybody's generation at any time. So how can I use this gift to learn this skill? Well, I'm trying to find the problems of the users and figure out what can I do better to make sure that I'm communicating with these people. I can use these finding problems to figure out what makes copywriting not work, what makes email automation not work. And if I can figure out what makes it not work, maybe I can create something that makes it work. Oh, I'm not just somebody who finds problems. I'm an engineer. So I can figure out a way to engineer, re-engineer, or make things better or more efficient. That is a skill set. I can administer this thing into a skill set. Some of y'all got the skill set of seeing problems all the time. You can't help it. But if your gift doesn't have a purpose, your gift will work against your purpose. Your gift will be your best friend or your enemy, but it can't be both. Your gift is like a gun. It'll kill you or protect you. Either way, you got to learn how to use it. So you master your gift through these different skills, because your gift is getting multiple dimensions and perspective that allows for you to be more valuable in society. So if your gift was finding problems, but you really got an engineer's mind, and if you can attach certain skill sets to your gift, which brings you many different perspectives, it allows for you to anchor, in every skill set that you have anchors you in to your foundation. So these skill sets that I have anchor me into my foundation. And then you're going to find one skill set that marries your passion, your gift, that marries and anchors your gift. And that's going to be the one you focus more on, but these other ones are your anchors too. Kayla said, I honestly never saw it as being this tremendous. Tanya McClurkin, you will use your gift against you. That's right. Let me tell you something. And I think who said that? Naima said, she asked the question. She said, can you learn the skill to love if, I'm assuming, if you have failed at love? The answer is you don't know love until you fail at love. That's the answer. See, wisdom helps you realize something. Love isn't when everything is great. Love is when everything went wrong and I still are finding ways to love you. So you can't actually have love for something if you've never failed at the very love that you are looking for. And what makes relationships work is I'm not anchoring myself in today's version of love. I'm anchoring myself in the future version of love, which means I'm allowing for you to practice love until you can get wisdom of love. And through the wisdom of love, you get the understanding of love. And through the understanding of love, you actually get to master certain levels of love. But a lot of us want love like we want wealth. No battles. Oh, shit. Parlay, you still ready for this? You say, Dr. Jake, what the hell this got to do with recession? Everything. If you're on IG right now, if you're on Instagram right now, go to my YouTube because this is about to end in 1 minute. When this ends, you're going to miss the rest of the class. So go ahead and go to my YouTube. When you go to my YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Watch the live video because we're live right now finishing this class. I'm not going to be saving it on IG. I'm not finishing on IG. I only will be on YouTube. So go to YouTube, subscribe, and let me know that you came from IG. So let me tell you something. The true understanding of love is the development of. The true understanding of love is the development of. So a lot of us want wealth like you want love. No battle test, no trying times, no difficulties at all. We want all of the bliss, but none of the blizzard. And it's the bliss that makes you appreciate. It's the blizzard that makes you appreciate the bliss. As Iggy say, if you never had darkness, you would never know what light is. If you only had light, it'll be a hot as hell. That's what Iggy say. Jake, what does this have to do with the recession? Because a lot of y'all are trying to learn skill sets only to make money today. But if you don't understand the why, you will not learn what's the requirements that will allow for you to still produce during times like this. Y'all just listen to somebody tell you, oh, just price your money, just make the prices like this. Believe me, it's just going to work. Well, if you don't understand how it works, when the recession hits, you're just going to be going based on what they told you. Everybody else dropped their prices, but your mentor done told you only charge high. They'll understand. Sometimes you got to drop the price. But if you don't understand the skill set of pricing, you will never understand how to manipulate your prices to keep your business afloat. I hope this class is making sense. So the mastery of cash creation is the first step of overcoming recession. So that's why I teach y'all more of the understanding than the how to, because a lot of y'all already know what to do. A lot of y'all already know. Y'all looking for a secret technique that you already know. Okay. After you figure out the skill set that's required for you to be able to survive in business. By the way, we teach all of those skill sets that we mentioned and some more of the above. Your cash creation, this helps you. Again, this helps you create cash. I know some of y'all gonna say cash is trash. I don't care, y'all. Get the understanding. Cash, currency, whatever you want to call it. But this helps you create that currency. I'm never lacking. I'm never without because I know I have certain skill sets that are working. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all remember when your first car broke down? Do y'all remember when y'all's first car broke down? What did you do when your first car broke down and you couldn't drive it no more? Well, the first time, what you do? After it broke down, you went to go get it fixed, right? And then after it got fixed, what happened? You drove it. It broke down again. You went and got it fixed some more. But eventually, that car is not going to work anymore. So versus spending all this extra time, money, and energy just to keep it going, to stop and start, it may just be best to what? Get a new car. Let me ask you something. Do you ever throw yourself away because the car don't work? No. Do certain cars got different buttons that you learn how to use a little bit later as you start using it? Yes. So Jake, what do you mean? You don't throw yourself away when the lemon is broken, bad. No, you go get a new car and you put yourself in a new car. That's like your gift and a skill. There are certain skills that work during certain times. And you try to twist it, you try to make it better, you try to fix it. Sometimes you got to get rid of that skill and pick up a new skill. That's what you call cash creation. I take my gift, I go get a new skill. I learn that new skill, which will cost me money. Yeah, you got this car. Yeah, you know how to drive it. Yeah, you've had it for a while. No, you don't have a payment on it. But sometimes you got to go get a new payment. You got to pay education for a new skill so that one, come on now. You picking up what I'm putting down. And a lot of y'all in cars that should have been thrown away a long time ago. Because the car in this era was a cool car. Because you got a lot of good memories in this car, because this car made you feel a specific way, sometimes you got to let go of old things so that you can bring up new skills for new beginnings. So a lot of y'all 9 skills behind because you have yet to master the new skills that are required to survive in today's time. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Yeah, we do got cars that are older that still drive. You're right. But the parts typically cost more because they're a relic. They're old school, so it costs more to fix the same thing. And a lot of y'all are not progressing, and it's costing you more because you're trying to keep the same thing. So that's why the recession hits you every time. That's why troubling times hit you every time. Because you have yet to adapt to the new world that's required in order for you to what? Survive. I'm picking up and carrying it to the house and programming my grandsons to never lack. That's right. So now, the second thing you need, after you learn how to create your cash, you got to understand the importance of cash hedging. Cash hedging is is protecting your cash creation from risk. So this is where I put my surplus cash into this mechanism so that I can hedge it against risk. The reason why I love dumping my cash inside of insurance policies, not IULs, dividend paying, whole life insurance. We got class tonight. Insurance is because one, I can hedge against my death with the death benefit of millions, tax free. I can hedge against long-term inflation. When I put my cash inside the inside the insurance account, and I can hedge against using my money by leveraging other people's money, the insurance company's money, and I can hedge against future taxation. So I want to find places that I can store my cash that is I can hedge against. When I put my money inside of insurance policies, I can hedge against lawsuits. The definition of insurance is to protect against risk. Cash creation is already a risky job. So I want to put my money somewhere where I can have the liquidity that I need to stay fluid with capital. And I got all of the protections against times like this. Do y'all know why I'm not scared during a recession? It's because all of our money is in places that the recession can't affect us. My money inside my policy grow 4 to 6% every year, guaranteed. I ain't got to worry about lawsuits. I ain't got to worry about the bank shutting down because all my money's not with the bank. My money is with my insurance. So if my bank shut down, guess what? I just open up a bank that's working. I tell my insurance company to wire money there. I can tell my insurance company to wire money to any type of account. Transfer money to any type of account. It can go from there to a brokerage account. It can go from there to any account that I choose. So me making surplus cash and putting it in risky environments, is that the best way to overcome a recession or a trying time? No. So I learn a skill set. Then the second thing I do is I protect that skill set, which is my cash creator. Then I hedge that creation that I created against risk, market volatility, stock market, real estate. All of those are risks. That's what I call multipliers. You growing your business is a risk. You growing a business is a risk. Where do you purchase this type of insurance? Our company, actually. BizCofinance.com. You can set up an appointment. BizCofinance.com. You can set up an appointment. So look, I'll put it a little bit later. I guess I could put it now. Make a little pause because they may not be here forever. But I'm sure we're going to make you take a class first. Discofinance.com. All right. So as I'm talking about this cash hedge protection, now I'm thinking about how do I protect this cash creation that I'm doing? Because we all know it or not, when you are investing into your business, hiring staff, employees, hiring more equipment, hiring more products, that is also to a risk. So I want to make sure that I'm protecting my risk as I'm investing my risk into multipliers. Okay? So you got to understand the cash creation, the cash hedge, and then the last thing that you got to master if you truly want to overcome any recession or trying time is cash flow. I see so many people work backwards. You do not live on your cash flow until your cash flow has overflow. More than enough. Y'all, this is scriptural. Because the concept of overflow is not the concept that a lot of us think. The concept of overflow means that it overflows and it, what class? Helps others. It moves. So when you make extra cash and you hoard, that goes against scripture. What does the Bible say about hoarders? It says Ecclesiastes 5:13 tells us wealth hoarded does so to the harm of the owner. Isaiah 23:18 tells us that those who don't hoard their wealth, their profits will go toward abundant food and fine clothing. All of these are important to understand. So your cash flow overflow. You're able to live in the overflow, but your cash flow helps it all go. Does that make sense? Nothing ever gets wasted. So when you're making your extra cash from your cash creation, you're putting it in your hedge, which is your reservoir, where you're pulling all your surplus capital. And then that surplus capital is going to then start to hedge over or overflow or surplus over to your cash flow. This is what produces you your cash flow. Melinda said, that's right. Money should never be stagnant. It should always be moving. Currency is a current. Therefore, it moves. That's right. Cash flow. What are areas of cash flow? Real estate. Somebody said, well, Jake, what if I did real estate for my cash creation? So isn't real estate? No, sales. The skill set of sales and communication is actually. How? When you're a wholesaler. You don't have any money. You find the deals or the houses for the people. You are what? Middlemaning. You're learning how to communicate between two people, give them both what they want, and you get a piece in between. Being a real estate agent or real estate broker, you're a middleman. That's a cash creation skill set based off of the skill set of communication and sales that comes from the gift of maybe whatever that gift. Maybe it can be communication, can be a gift. A gift can be being a people person, can be a gift. You have a gift of taking simple concepts and making them simple and easy to understand. You may have the gift of education, and that gift can be used in the skill set of sales or middleman. That can be used in a multitude of different industries that can create your cash creation. Does that make sense? You do not retire off your cash flow. Your cash flow buys your freedom. Your cash creation is funding your freedom. Your cash reserve is protecting your freedom. Your cash flow is buying your freedom. Funding, protecting, and buying. Funding, protecting, and buying. So cash flow, real estate, cash flow, dividend, paying, stock. Cash flow. Profit sharing. Private company investments. Cash flow. Lending. Real estate lending, or they call it commercial lending, or personal lending. Cash flow. Day trading is a multiplier. Cash flow multiplier. So notice I did not say that the insurance reserve was the cash flow multiplier, right? I said it's the reservoir. Y'all notice I said that, right? So when people talk about private banking, your private bank is the best investment. It is not an investment. It's a hedge. It's a reservoir. It helps you sustain the purchasing power of your capital. So no, I'm not against any model. I'm not against just any investment. These are your multipliers. But so many of us are just trying to chase a number or just trying to become a millionaire, not realizing that, yeah, you can make $1 million without understanding. Y'all, my first million, I blew it because I made $1 million without understanding. See, this concept of private banking didn't become real until I lost everything. Then I said, oh my God, I get it. Because experience brings understanding. At first, I just had book knowledge, education knowledge, but life brought me wisdom. Now, I'm not the master at everything, but I have enough wisdom about the application of practicing banking that let me realize, oh, that makes sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can be somebody that lends someone money and say, hey, listen, I'm lending you money. And it's on I'm lending you money and it's on a 10-year payback plan. I'm lending you money. It's on a 10-year payback plan because you care more about the passive than you do just the active money that you're making. See, those are the three things you must master. Cash creation. Go back to the board. Right here. Cash creation. See if I can share it. Yeah, get your board one. Cash hedging and cash flow. Somebody asked Jake, why don't you use real estate cash hedge or real estate or gold for your cash hedge? Those are good cash hedges. They are. I just don't like how illiquid they are. For gold, you got to go get a measure. You got to go get them data. You got to go do a haul at. Then they're going to tell you what they feel like it's worth. And then you got to, go through a couple of them to make sure that the money's right. With real estate, you got to reapply. You got to have your credit right. Everything got to be right. And they got to be willing to give you money. With insurance, cash hedge, with insurance, I know exactly how much is in my account, and the insurance company is going to give me exactly what I want within 24 to 48 hours. No questions, no bartering, no nothing. So where would you want to keep your money? Would you want to keep your cash stored in a place where somebody can barter with you on how much you can get? Or would you rather know exactly how much it's worth and say, I want that, and there's no question? So that's why I like to store my cash inside of insurance reserves. Man, please, 69 said, can these methods stop the taxes from stealing your wealth? Yes. I'm not a person that is for tax evasion, but I am for tax equality. I'm paying my justified worth. And let me tell y'all something. The more y'all master these things, the less you worry about taxes because you understand how to make it work. And the reason why so many people lose money long term is because y'all get good at this. And that only. And when you're only good at cash creation and you don't have any other mechanisms or systems of hedging and multiplying, you don't have those two things, guess what? You will always be a victim to the recession. If you're only good at multiplying, but you're not good at cash creation, when a recession hits, your multiplication skills are going to be gone because why? You need something to multiply it. If you absolutely suck at reserves and say you're good at cash creation and cash multiplying, and you don't know how to hedge your risk, guess what happens, y'all? Yeah, that's what happens. You end up losing it all. So it's the combination of all three. Could I have taught y'all this within 30 minutes? Yes. But would y'all have had the full understanding that I'm trying to teach you as well as how I'm trying to teach you? No. But if you understand it all in the way that I'm trying to bring it to you in this podcast, it'll be easier for you to digest. And the easier it is for you to digest, the simpler it'll be for you to recreate it. The real group said the ones that are teaching private banking as an investment are missing so much of the benefits and opportunities provided by private bank. That's right. You're trying to sell something versus teaching the provision of that something because you only know the something as an investment. You don't understand the full concept overall. Okay. So listen, I got a couple of call to actions. If you are interested and you love teaching, you love helping people, and you're thinking about possibly taking on the skill set of another career, and you want to get into our world, financial education, where we teach private banking, you can text agent to 281-524-3973. You can text agent to 281-524-3973. Text agent to 281-524-3973. If you're just interested to learn a little bit more about how to become your own bank, about how to understand this concept more for yourself, text bank to 281-524-3973. And then lastly, if you are somebody that wants to learn these skill sets for your business, or you got a business that you kind of feel like you have in mind, or you want to learn the skill sets that are required for you to be able to grow your thing, I think I put up here, yes, text skill to 281-524-3973. Melinda said, I really appreciate you taking the time that you do to educate and explain to us. Absolutely. Again, if you want to be an agent, you want to educate people the way that we do. For those of you that like this more than an agent drip, we do got some coming out. You can text agent to 281-524-3973. If you want to learn about more of that, about the banking system, how to make this banking system work for you, you want to learn how to be your own bank, text bank to 281-524-3973. And if you're interested, we are putting together a skills academy. We're going to call it the Bak'nd Assassins School. If you're already a part of Bak'nd, don't worry. Those of you that are not, we do have, because of the recession, we know that y'all still got to learn. We do have a skill set academy that we're going to be training you all the basic skill sets that you need to be successful in business at, half of your phone bill. And some of y'all's the same price as y'all's gas bill will be your monthly fee if you want to learn how to master the skill sets that are required for you to be successful in business. You can text skill to 281-524-3973. As you guys know, I always add scripture and biblical stuff to my teachings because that's what gave me the understanding that I need. Kenneth said, I am more than an agent. And you are. And all of our agents, all of our agents that work for us become more than an agent. And we start teaching you how to become financial educators, really teaching people how to gain true freedom with their finances. So it's going to be a good thing. So text skill to 281-524-3973. And it's going to be a good opportunity for all of us to be able to participate too. Wendy said, so we so appreciate what you do, making it plain. No problem. Kenneth said, I'm more than an agent, cousin Jake. Absolutely. We all are. Kayla said, now that's what God loved, the truth. You already know it. You already know it. So, yep, this is the end of class. If you missed anything, go back and watch the recordings. We are going to start having people like clip up these classes so y'all get them in bite sizes on a YouTube page. But we working hard. We got y'all. We're gonna keep providing the service and the value that we do. If you have not subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and comment something valuable that you received from today's class in the comment section on the page of the YouTube. Okay. Other than that, we'll talk to you later. And